Jingles in my head. Yeah, 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 yeah. It'll be alright. Man, we had a few people in here, and I was late. 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Yeah. I'm late. But hey, howdy, I see Richard here. You scream, I scream. We all scream for some dope ass ice cream. Definitely not Mel. Welcome into the stream. I wonder who you could be. Who indeed are you? Welcome out. If you are new to our Sunday streams, this is a chill slash spooky podcast where I tell some scary stories, work a little bit on my Blender projects, as well as sometimes we'll have a guest or two come on and hang with us. So if any of y'all have any sort of spooky knowledge and would like to share it, please message me on Discord. Links in the description. Jackson Fu? How would I pronounce that last name of yours? Welcome in. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for stopping by. So if y'all missed it, I was gonna say this past Saturday, but yesterday was a kind of movie night thing I had on my Discord server, as well as a premiere, my first ever premiere, of what I'll be doing this coming August. So if you missed it, please go check that out, whenever, after stream, before, I can't do it before, because we're in the present. That's a lifelong question. Who need we need truly Kiani the answer to. Who am I? Okay, I said your last name correctly. That's good. I am glad I did that correctly. So let me go into my camera view, and so this is basically what the announcement was. Let's see if it plays. Yeah. Okay, so I gave it a little bit of 2-second delay. That way I can fade in the video, I can add the music. Oh hell, what the hell? What am I doing? I could literally play y'all what I did. But yeah, I guess, I'll let this play as I get that set up. Because honestly, I'm pretty proud of myself. Like, this little animation I did came out really good, or at least, for me. Because I actually haven't animated in 2 years, pretty much. And even that first time, it was just making something do a little loop-de-loop. Dang, typos. I totally saw it and kind of read it. I'm sorry. But that is the question we must ask ourselves. Is, what will we do with a drunken sailor? Okay, let me just quickly add in a browser source. Add. Boop. Boop. Is it on loop? Okay, I can stop that. But I don't know, I felt like for this first little bit before we start working, I'd kind of show y'all, I guess, what I did. Let's see if that works. Is it showing? No, it's not. Okay. Oh, wait. Cancel. There it is. Huh. Interesting. It's just playing it right there in that little window. That's so cool. I've never done this before. Okay, and then it's just gonna show these little things, which actually, honestly, I hope. I mean, I think I put in the description that, like, if anything happened, like, I definitely would, re-upload a silent version, because again, it's kind of official music and whatnot. I think I can just delete that now. But I wanted to show y'all real quick, kind of what I did for that, because this was kind of the first time I've done anything like this, really, any sort of full-fledged animation. So like I did attempt to do a spring as well, Let's see. Because like it expands a little bit, but then as soon as you can't see it anymore, I just kind of stopped because that was really useless. So I think that you should make Foxy pop out instead of Freddy. Well, Freddy's he's kind of the main guy, and I don't know. Like I just wanted to make a cute little Freddy, which I think I kind of did. Here he is in his full Freddy glory. He has a little microphone and everything, which I guess I couldn't color his mic correctly. But this is the first time I've done. If I can click on him. But welcome in, Phoenix. Thanks for stopping by as always. No, not the curtain. I want Freddy. We want Freddy. No, not the floor. It's giving me everything but Freddy. Okay, that's the plane again. That's okay, Freddy. So like, I'm not wired. I can get a good angle, but as you can see, like, his eyeball is actually in there. That was the first time I've done that, where I used the spear and made an indentation in his face, and that way his eye sits in there a little bit better. Because beforehand, all I would get a spear, I'd shrink it down to make it real skinny, and then I'd try my best to kind of formulate it around their face and the curves of their head. But for this one, I wanted to try that little technique that I saw like once, and it came out really well. If I can't get a good angle. It's kind of the one thing I do hate about Blender is that it's always hard to... It's not always hard, but it's sometimes hard to do things like this. But like his inner eye, or his irises, I did that. His outer eye, I did that, where I deleted a part of it and then just inserted it. Which, I mean, that makes sense, and I can't believe I wasn't doing that before. And then I did the same thing for his kind of freckle spots there. I think his nose, I just kind of placed right there. The stars, though. Okay, I need to figure out, like, how to... Yo, everyone, how are y'all? Becca, welcome in. Ice cream? Yes. I'm sorry, I should have read that first. I was gonna say ice cream. Well, obviously it's ice cream, because, like, ice cream. But I had a little ice cream cone before this. The stars was a tough thing to make, because the first time I've made a star, I used a cube, and then I just cut the sections and extended and everything, but I couldn't do it for this one for some reason. And I learned that you can get a circle. So this little guy here, I think, where is it? Tools. There is a way to turn down the vertices, which I don't remember. Vertex. Nope. Okay, I'm not even gonna mess with that. But anyway, you can use a circle. Is it the mesh? I'm gonna have to find that video again. But you mess with the vertices. You click. I think it's Shift Face. Nope. Nope. You just click F, and then it makes it a spear and a cylinder and all that. So I'll have to find that video again so I can properly show y'all. The curtains, I think I just did which one? I think I just did a plane tool, and then I just kind of and then just kind of copy and pasted it. That way it took out some time. And these little lights here. Okay, well obviously they're kind of screwed up. Now that I get a good look at them. But what I did is I called it glass, but it's an emission type surface, because I was gonna have it be glass, and I was gonna have a light object be in there to shine out and have it all focused. But instead I found you can use an emission, and it does the same thing as a spotlight, which is what I wanted.
You'll float down here, or y'all float down here. Well, hiya, Georgie. My name's Pennywise. Dancing clown.
Yeah. And so, I guess one last thing is with, well, I guess two last things. Because the table and the box here. So the table has of course, I use the curtains colors because it's that similar kind of purple. But it also have this glossy material, which is how come it has that reflective look to it, as you can see there. Which looks a lot better in the video. In the box, obviously the crank's kind of our whole thing. But see, the lid, I need to figure out how to properly rotate items. Because as you can see, it kind of dips back into the back of the other box, to the box and not the lid. And it does this weird kind of, I guess, scoop thing. And so I don't know if that has to do with where the center of gravity is on the object, like how the center is, or what. But I'll definitely have to be experimenting with some of those things. And again, I don't think you actually see it much in this view, because you see it open up, and that's ready. So it's like you don't see it, you don't see the spring at a certain point, because it all gets blocked by Freddy. So I figured it was okay to leave it like that, but I wanted to bring it up. Damn, that's an impressive Pennywise impression. I love the It movies. Dancing Clown, that imitation though. I don't know, it's I don't know, I just like doing impressions. And like, what's his name? Tim Curry? Tim Curry I thought was like an amazing It. I think I do prefer, I don't know, I'll have to like watch them in succession to really properly judge them. And maybe because of nostalgia reasons, I like the originals a bit more than I do the newer ones, but the newer ones were still really well. And I like that one scene they did in the newer one, I guess spoilers. I can't remember his name. The architect, where he's kind of like in a hole and like being covered in dirt, like he's drowning down there, and then Bethany, I think that's her name, was like in the stall, and she was also kind of being flooded, and just that whole scene of like them connect, like finally realizing they love each other and connecting and all that, and like you know, her opening the doorway and being the light and yada yada, because he's kind of, you know, can't see, and yeah. Go watch the It movies, man. It's the original's like 6 hours or long or something, because it's 2-3 hour movies, and the remakes about the same. But I thought I'd spend the first bit of this scene, or this stream, talking about that, or talking about talking about my little project in animation I did. What's next? So if you're new, I do kind of spend the first 30 minutes building what we're doing, and for so far we've been building this temple here. Of course, the rest of it's kind of plain and ugly, but we've managed to make a little nice scenery here. I'm gonna need to finish making these rocks go around. Maybe I think I might make a Papa Agron stone, because I'm giving each and every one of them a name, sadly. Damn, that's impressive. The newer It, never watched it, but I want to. It was pretty good. And my brother wanted to watch it, so him and my dad did, and I caught the ending of it with them. But I'm gonna have to watch it on my own. I think I'll ask y'all what we put over here. Maybe not a water feature, maybe we can build like a mini temple shrine thingy. Of course, more shrubbery. But I'll let y'all decide when it comes to that. But for now, I'm gonna finish up this right side, I guess left side if you're exiting the temple. And I am sorry if I ramble on and on and on and don't seem like I stop. I think it might be all the sugar. The past 2 days, I've had a lot of processed sugar compared to what I've had in the past. Well, not in the past, but like in the past year, pretty much. So I think it's all hitting me at the same time. And I also just, I guess, try and fill in space if I can, which you don't always have to. But, you know, that's just me. If you can't tell, I'm a nervous wreck half the time. And the way I cope with that is to don't stop talking, at least in these videos. So this is what we've been working. I feel like for the, it's up to the newer people. But like I said, see what I mean by the camera being iffy sometimes. Let me look at my rocks. What am I doing? Yeah. Yeah. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. Immediately zooms in. Temple shrines is like an amazing idea. Okay, so I guess we'll build a itty bitty mini temple. And I'll have to look up a few references. Nope. Sculpt tool. Okay, I really want to zoom in more because this is kind of. Yeah, there we go. So this is gonna be our Papa Agron sculpt rock. Which for your what you doing, dude? Reese, what is up? How have you been? How are things going? I just finished talking about the animation I did for Saturday's announcement video, as well as working on the little sculpture build again. How are you doing, Reese? It's been so long. It's been a little while. How is life treating you? I'm on my last little bit of class. Yeah, we'll make Papa Agron kind of big and tall. Papa Agron. Talk to Papa. You missed movie night. Oh yeah, you missed movie night. We watched one of my childhood favorites. Kung Fu Hustle. Ah, what'd I do? Guess I zoomed in too much. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, Scroll, how? There, I'll take what I can get. Boop. Moving in. Yeah, we're all fanning over Reese. Reese, we've missed you. Yeah. Papa Agron rock. Oh yeah, has Reese seen her rock? Yee, I've missed. Chibi told me, and also the August 15th thing. I'm updated. That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that you were updated. This tall behemoth here, though, this is you. This is your rock. If I can get it to focus, get closer. Come on. Okay, that's good. Yeah, this is Reese. I believe this one's nope. This one's Phoenix. This one, Chibi. I don't think I have a rock, but I don't need a rock. No, not Pinky. Yeah, it's Nick. So I got Phoenix, Becca, and Reese. I think you're still the tallest one of this little group, though. Yeah. I'm not a fan over Reese. Not fanning. Oh, you're not fanning. Come on, you're fanning over her. You've all missed her. But I guess to her delight, you will be sharing some scary stories in a little bit. Let's see if I can't finish this. Did Mikey get a rock? Who doesn't have Kevin, Bri, Steph? That's Hindrance, Snappy, Peekaboo, Prize, Eternal. Nope. I think we'll give Mikey a rock. I don't know his favorite color though. That's the only thing. Boop boop doop. Boop boop doop. I am a fan of Richard, but I am busy. I am a fan, electric fan. I'm a ceiling fan. Or would I rather be one of those tiny phone fans that like you can plug into your phone? Ooh, what about those water bottle Mr. fans? I'm a fan of Richard, but I am busy. That's completely fine, Reese. It's always appreciated when you come out. And we understand. So like there's literally nothing to worry about. Don't subtract. Well, maybe subtract. Scary stories, and Chibi's here. Chibi, you okay? She's actually been suggesting some. And of course, you know, I do kind of watch the chat, make sure everyone's nice and okay. God, what am I doing? Ah, finally. Oh, we can give, Mel, if you're still in here, what's your favorite color? You'll be our last rock. I'm the one who misses recently. Ah, you don't mean that. Let's see. Let me look up Mikey real quick and see if he has anything. At least anything I can take off of his profile picture. Blue. He has a Starly. He also looks Persona. Didn't he dye his hair? I know he cut it recently. Ooh, he has a well. Oh, we have enough blue and red. Busy with work and study. Black. Nah, I mean, I guess we can make Mikey a darker rock. I don't know if nice deep black works though. Right there. It's kind of more of a dark gray. And of course, I'm gonna lose that little spot I just had. Lol. You know what? I think I do kind of like that little distinction of a darker rock there. That's fine. Mel! Mel! What's your favorite color? By the way, the spooky stories were my idea. Yes, they were. How did they come about, actually? I don't remember. I think I just kinda... Oh, I was talking about the whole La Llorona and the Donkey Lady and all of them. Because I was talking about a bunch of my childhood urban legends I used to hear all the time. And we just kind of kept going. I thought still Phoenix Chiba would not suggest anything good. Oh, come on. We all have good ideas. Agent T. I honestly don't know what I'm doing for this last rock. I'm just trying to fill in the space. Yeah. That's a nice boulder. I'll have this one kind of come out a bit more. This one. Sculpt. I want to add. Because we need to cover this hole here. There. Boom. No, get out of the corner. You gave some very good movie suggestions. This one is Mel. And let's go with a turquoisey color, which is green. Yay! We finished. Okay, so to give y'all the little rundown of all, I'm a fan for horror and anything that involves with the supernatural. I mean, so am I. I don't like being scared, but I don't mind it either. It's a love-hate relationship. But we finally finished all the stones on this side. So let's go ahead and go through them all. So the first ones aren't named after people specifically. That's not until we get to that little ring of names that I had to come up with. But here we have Dwayne, Sinkhole, because it has a little sinkhole. We have Dopey and Pebbles. Next up is Kevin, Schlump, Pinky, the Eiffel 65 because he's blue, WD. We got Everest here. He has his little peak. This is also Mutes because it's kind of a muted gray. We have Bertha right here, Big Bertha. This is Terrence, Bucky, and Billy. So they're all friends, they're all family. Next up here is kind of like, you know what, let's name them after people I know. We have, we have Mr. T, Doom, not Eiffel, Phoenix, Not Eiffel! And then, of course, you know, Becca. This is Reese. Nick. Steven. No, not Pinky. Loki. Eternal. Peekaboo. Bryce. Happy Snappy. Hindrance. Stefx. Bree. Or Bry. Kevin. Papa Agron. Mikey. And Mel. Watch The Grudge. Have I? I feel like I've seen The Grudge maybe a long time ago. But I don't think it's something I've really watched recently. And La Llorona, yeah, La Llorona is a myth from my hometown. So if need be, if we need an extra story, if Reese would like, we can retell one of the La Llorona stories. I think I'm kind of done with this. I do like this kind of sporadic little grass weeds. That's probably because I'm just from the south, and so I see those kind of grassy shrubbery all the time. Why hello there, corner. How are you doing? Boop. I like how the music had a nice heavy boom when I said, "Oh, hello there, corner. Hydrate, please. You got it, boss." Boop. Okay. So before we get started on our first scary story, well, let's just stick with this side, and we'll get right into it. Creepypasta stories, any kind of urban legends that I could find a good story of. I do post the links to them as well. And that way, I don't know, it's not exactly like I'm claiming them or anything, which I guess I always save the name of the website. I like my little shrubbery down there. There's so much more to do. We have to color the temple, we have to color this, we have to finish this side, and then we gotta work on the landscape all over here and maybe around it, I don't know. Right there. Whew. Again, I feel like that sugar is hitting me very hard, very fast. Cause it's like all in my midsection that I just kind of feel. It's like. You should ask Chibi of what happens in the story so you would know if she actually listens. No, she's actually been listening. I know for sure she listened to the La Llorona one. She listened to the vampire and witch talk we did with Doom, a very good friend of mine, which we should maybe get her back on eventually. But I want to get some other people first before we start having some reoccurring people. What are some other ones she listened to? She listened to the Kelpie one. And so she even suggested the Red Room Curse. So I found two that I thought were okay. The first one is just kind of a short, sweet, little 3-paragraph one. And then, well, if I can get to it. Red Cape, here it is, Red Room Curse. And then the other one is on Wattpad, which kind of sells the same thing, but it goes into a famous story. About it. So we'll read that first one and then we'll read the one on Wattpad. So this is from blog.gaijinpot.com. Find Chimchar. Chimchar loves bananas, but don't feed him too much. By the way, Chibi, be careful. Chimchar just learned Flamethrower and Flame Dance yesterday. Game on, I'm ready. Spooky music too. You know it. I figured since we've been doing this, I should maybe switch it out next week, because I think this is the same one we've used the previous few times. I didn't even see it. Sorry, I can't help it. Chimchar is so cute when munching. So for now, sit back, relax, and this is the first telling, or this is the information of the Red Room Curse. So this modern scary story comes in the form of a computer pop-up and originated in the 1990s when personal computers were just starting to boom across Japan. The curse starts with a pop-up that appears on a victim's computer screen when they are alone in the room. Ah shit, I should go get my dog. It has a red background with black letters asking, "Do you like the red room?" It's impossible to close out of the pop-up. It's frozen on the screen. You won't be able to escape the room you're in when the pop-up appears, as the doors and windows suddenly lock. Your body will be discovered days later, dead in your room, surrounded by walls painted red with blood. The Red Room curse became popular in the dark corners of the internet after a 12-year-old girl in Sesabu, Nagasaki, was murdered by her classmate. The murderer, who has remained unnamed due to being 11 years old at the time, was found to have a link to a red room bookmarked on her computer. So that's kind of that small rendition, and that gives us a good basis on the red room. Oh, I forgot to post the link. Whoops. So this is from what I just read. And next up is from Wattpad. It was made by Lucille Reaper. Don't know how old this thing is because I don't think it tells us that date. But we'll read this in its entirety as well. The Red Room Curse. The Red Room is an urban legend about a pop-up that appears when you are surfing the internet. They say that the people who have seen the pop-up are found dead, their walls painted red with their own blood. So overall, this urban legend is terrible for me since the internet is a lot of my life. This legend began with a flash animation of a pop-up being cursed after encountering the pop-up, but gained a lot of popularity when it was found that a girl who committed the Sesabu slash in 2004 had the animation as a bookmark. Here is a famous story that goes along with this legend. It is said that there was a boy who was addicted to the internet. He heard of the urban legend, the Red Room, from one of his friends at school. When he got home, he looked on the internet if he could find out anything about it, about what it was. All of a sudden, a small window popped up with a red background. Written in black was the message, "Do you like?" The boy closed the window, but it popped up again. He tried over and over again to close it, but it just kept reappearing. Eventually, the boy noticed that the message on the pop-up changed. Now it read, "Do you like the red room?" And in the background, a childlike voice said, "Do you like the red room?" Just then, the screen went black and a list of names appeared in red. At the bottom of the list, the boy saw the name of his friend, the one that told him about the red room. Suddenly, the boy became aware of something behind him and lost consciousness. The next day, the boy or his friend didn't turn up for school. There was a rumor going around that something horrible had happened to them. The next day, the classmate heard the sickening news. Both of them had committed suicide, painting the room red with their own blood before dying. This legend is not related to the famous Red Room that is probably found on the deep web, and it is unknown if the Red Room got its name from the Red Room curse. The Red Room is equally sinister thing, however, and involves people paying money to watch others get brutally tortured. Nobody knows if there is a way to avoid the death after the pop-up. It is said that the people who have encountered it didn't live long enough to tell their tale. I know this story not spooky. Well, excuse me, princess. This is actually the first time I've heard of it. I've heard of red rooms, like they said, you know, the ones where people pay money to watch some things that aren't safe for work. And yeah, that's a no bueno, no bueno at all. This is another short one. And Reese, if you have any links to anything that's a bit scarier, and maybe I don't like the Red Room story. Sorry. Yeah, no, and the fact that it's like you can encounter it on the web isn't very helpful at all, I must say. Um, but the other one, Phoenix suggested, and Reese, if you want to go grab some links to other ones and post them in the Spooky Stories Discord, then or Spooky Sunday Stories, then you are more than welcome to post anything in that in there. For now, we have another short one, which I'll read now, and then we'll see if we can't find any more in a little bit as we do a little bit more work. Red Room looks no bueno. Yes, for me, no bueno. And if I knew more Spanish, I'd say more. So this here is on the Creepypasta wiki, I do believe. Or creepypasta.fandom.com/wiki/therealmonsters. And I think this is the one Phoenix wanted us to read. So, when I was a little boy, I was afraid of monsters. They always lurked in the dark, places where the light didn't reach. It didn't matter how many times my father shone a flashlight into the dark corners of my closet. I knew, the moment that the light was gone, the monsters would come back. And they always did. When I grew up, I learned why. The real monsters don't hide in dark corners and closets. The real monsters are the ones that live behind your eyes, in the darkness of your mind, and it takes more than a flashlight to send them away. You'll find what you're looking for in my basement. She's still alive, but the others are long dead. I've kept their teeth in Ziploc bags in my file cabinet. Maybe you can identify them through dental records. She hasn't eaten in days, and she has lost a lot of blood, but she might live if you hurry. All I ask is that you leave the light on when you go. This prison cell is very dark. I'm afraid that the monsters will come out when you leave. Ooh. I kind of like that one. It was short, it was sweet. Ugh, teeth. The Sally house said it was haunted by demons. Okay. The Sally house. If you can find... Is that the one that's like... I found that creepypasta in SCP Wiki. Yeah, it referenced it as as the SCP Foundation. Let's see. The story behind Kansas' Silly House. Okay. Hi everyone, I have come to visit Nick. What is going on? You just missed our little stories. So let me quickly go over this one. I want to go there too. Is it fair? Okay. It's about social distancing. So if you can find like welcome, did I already say welcome in, Nick? I can't wait to the 15th man. Haha, I certainly can. I don't like horror, and I hope my computer can handle it all. The anticipation is building. I gotta have an exam first. It's gonna be in the middle of August. I am so freaking scared. Jerry Talbert says the botched surgery never happened. Let's see. Um. Ooh, this is on the Ghost fandom, or I guess the Ghost wiki. Oh, come on. I feel like that's the worst part. And maybe I should do things beforehand. The Sally House story. I am not scared. I am listening. I woke up before 1 p.m. for once. Woo! I'm just trying to look for a good link right now. Self-guided tours, investigations. Oh, that one has a bit of story. Testimonies. Cemetery tours. No, yeah. First-hand account of what Tony and Deborah Pickman and their newborn son Tyler experienced in the notorious Sally House. Rutherford. Upon entering. Keep in mind. Okay. Ooh, this guy talked about the basement. Ooh. Okay, well I found the one or two. So, do you want me to give you another creepypasta story? Yes, please, Phoenix. Like I told Reese, if you have anything, go put it in the Scary Sunday Stories part of my Discord. Because that'll be the first place I check, before Sunday. If we want, we can maybe try and do something like Gaijin Goomba. And once I get more free time, of course, after the summer class is over, I can do it for August, maybe once or twice. Search real life haunted house. Okay. But if y'all want, we can do something like Gaijin Goomba, and I can do a little bit of research, formulate something. I'm terrible at reports, but I can at least have more time to do some research. And if Nick stays in, I think for the next 15 minutes we'll start working on some of our other parts. Ooh, you want to know what I want to look up? Gen 2 Tower. Burnt Tower. No, not Burnt Tower. What's the tower called? It was like the old Burnt Tower. Not the Battle. It was the Bellsprout Tower. Bellsprout. SP. We should totally find some, what's the thing? We should totally find some more Pokemon related ones. Kind of like the Golduck one I did last time. I just wish it was as scary as I remembered it, I guess beggars can't be choosers though. I'm gonna just start working on the tower and see how it turns out. But yeah, how y'all? What did y'all think about that one? It probably wasn't. I don't want to say it wasn't scary. I don't know. They weren't all that bad. I enjoyed them. Again, like I have a love-hate relationship with scary stories. Like usually I'll say like, oh, nah, I don't want to watch it, or no, But like if I get into it, then I'll definitely like, oh yeah, let's watch it. Let's see. 3, 4. Down. Nope. Let's size it on the X. Size it on the Y. Actually, that's pretty much what I wanted. I sent a link to the Spooky Stories Discord. Are you a fan of scary, creepy stuff, Richard? Well, I guess kind of like what I was saying before I got distracted. Not entirely. Like, I hate the initial, like, oh my god, I'm gonna be scared kind of thing. But if I can get into it, I will enjoy it a bit more. like I said, I'm kind of a big fan of like the It movies. Well, at first I didn't want to watch them, but then I kind of sat down, like, okay, yeah, whatever, I'll give them a chance, and I really enjoyed them. Um, let's watch The Grudge. It has to be voted in. That ain't up to my decision. Um, I think maybe for like the movie nights, what I'll do is so like how we watch. So how the four movies I think was like White Chicks, Kung Fu Hustle, Train to Busan, and I forget the last one. But how so since Kung Fu Hustle won, White Chicks, Train to Busan, whatever the other one is, will stay, and then it'll be replaced by the next movie. So I don't know how far down the list that is. I guess it wouldn't make sense, and because then all of a sudden it's going to be nothing but horror movies. Um, but we can put The Grudge on, and then we'll see how many people vote for it. Vote yes, Richard. It ain't up to me. I don't vote. I didn't vote in the last one. Because technically the only one I haven't seen was Train to Busan. And so, I don't know. Because I've seen White Chicks, I've seen Kung Fu Hustle. I've seen both of those movies who knows how many times. Oh, you know what we can watch? What's her name? We can watch... Um, she married Chris Pratt. Anna Faris. We can watch the scary movie series with Anna Faris. The one from the 2000 that parodies scary movies. Honestly, I can watch those movies all the time. So can my brother, even though he probably shouldn't, but that ain't my call. That's really my family's, but no sorries. I think we'll do the movie nights maybe twice a Saturday. So maybe like the second and last Saturday of the month. I guess this month we can't do it. We'll do it maybe the first and the third then. Let me think. When's the 15th? Pretty sure it's the second one. No, okay, yeah, we can do the second and the fourth. I'm with Chibi. The voters shall stand. So I guess our next one. Oh no, we did it on the first, didn't we? So first. Can't do it on the third. So we can do first and fourth, or something like that. So I guess our next movie night could be on the 22nd. And we'll see how the votes go then. Okay, let me insert face. And then extrude. How come I can't actually see these undersides? Oh, damn it. Size it up a little bit, maybe. So no scary movies? I am sad. I mean, we'll see. I think around October I would want to, like, throw in one, maybe. Or maybe, like, our childhood scary movies, But it's like, I don't know, I can't make people watch them, Okay, what am I doing? Boop, boop, boop. Rend window help. I don't remember how to redo. Zip. Extrude. Size. Size it down. See, I don't know what I'm doing. You know me, Reese. I know Chibi's 24 hours awake. I hope not. That ain't good for health. Though, like I should be talking with a sleep lock coming up, huh? Oh, that's actually perfect. Because then I can extrude these faces. Go up a little bit. Yeah. And then just click on him. Extrude. I think we'll go one more high before we make the roof. Boop. I remember as a kid, like even those little CDs, they like played the spooky music. I think those just scared me a bit too. And then it was like all throughout Halloween, my family we would listen to like the scariest, not the scary, I guess yeah, the scary story kind of podcasts, or radio where they played nothing but scary movies, you know. How's that? How's that tower look? Maybe a little tall, but we can shake it down later. October and November, no scary movies. Okay, see you in December. Oh, just October. And I feel like in October I should definitely try and get some other guests as well. Or at least get some really good scary stories. November is the month of scary and spooky stuff. Duh. So you're just gonna skip Thanksgiving entirely? I guess you're one of those people who like they'll extend October or Halloween into November, and then they'll extend Christmas into November as well. Just October. Yeah, I do kind of agree with them, the whole just October. Because I myself do not like scary stories. Extrude on the X, size on the X, size on the Y. And then... oh wait, I guess I could have just done that, huh? Size. Down. How's that look? Is that roof too shallow? Ah, no November. Oh, did you delete your comment? Okay. Oh, okay, see, December, November is the month. Nope. I feel betrayed. No, you don't. No. No. No spooky, scary skeletons. Okay, what if I do this? 2, 3. No, it's too much. Okay. You guys ready? You guys ain't even ready. Oh wait, I gotta grab the points. Here. And here. Okay, I should make sure these are all even. 3, 4. 5, 6, and then shrink just a little bit, and then bevel. Can I bevel? Oh, I can't. Well, that didn't work how I thought. That's fine, we'll keep it like that. God, there's something about, like, I love the big kind of bass in the boom. There's something just about it that's chilling. No, November is a creepy month too. How is it a creepy month? Indulge us, how is it at all creepy? I don't think I've ever heard as November being a creepy month at all. I love December. Oh, have you guys heard the Earth, Wind, and Fire like parody? It's like their own parody. They turned the 21st night of September into like the 25th night of December, And like they made a whole Christmas song out of it. It's really only the changing up that like one lyric, but I still think it's just a funny song. Okay, insert face again. Now I'm gonna do something kind of crazy. Okay, bear with me. Bear with me now. Circle, right? Shrink it down. Shrink it down a bit more. And then we put it on like so. And now it has this weird little ball. Yo, that came out pretty nice. That came out nicer than I thought it would. Oop, don't move it. Let's shrink it down a little bit. Extrude. Shrink it down a bit more. Yeah. No one is asking, oh, come on. Don't be rude to Chibi. What song? I am not ruder. It is the 20... just look up... look up Earth, Wind, and Fire, and then just December. And if anything, I'll post it in the Discord later. Because apparently I'm the only one posting memes. How do I want to do the top of this? I actually don't know. I do know I want to end it off with like a little tippy top kind of deal. Okay, well, you know, just, I guess, don't let it happen again. It's okay. Things will be fine. Just don't take it too far. Please. Respect everyone, love each other. And yep. Size it up. And then do the same thing here. Size it up. Same thing here. Size it up. That came out nice. Now, subdivide. Grab that middle point. Did that work? Kinda. Oh, what happened there? That was odd. Yes, I did see it, Phoenix. We'll definitely be reading that here in a second. I just wanted to finish the little tower top. Yay! Tower. Shrink it down just a smidge. Yeah, that's a nice tower. Okay, I still got some things I want to do with it, but it is now 11:02. We have worked on this for another 30 minutes, and it's time for another scary story. So we'll read what Reese sent in first, and then it will be followed up by what Phoenix sent in. So this is from, I guess, the only your state. So I guess it's like Kansas's Prime. I don't even know what this website is. No bueno cutie. It's a cutie with a beauty all throughout the hoodie. So this is the story behind Kansas's most haunted house. Will give you nightmares. What? That's so weird. I don't know. It must be the way I read it. It has been called not only the most haunted house in Kansas, but in the entire country. Built in the mid 1800s in the growing community of Atchison, the home on 508 North 2nd Street has seen its fair share of owners through the years, including the family of a 6-year-old girl named Sally, who died in the home during a botched appendicitis surgery. It wasn't until the mid 1990s when Sally's stories first gained both local and national attention, when then owners Tony and Deborah Pickman lived in the house and began noticing strange occurrences, including attacks on Tony, unexplained voices, and apparent burnt finger marks upon mysteriously burning candles. After extensive investigations conducted by the Kansas Paranormal Group, it was discovered that Sally wasn't the only ghost haunting the home, but a middle-aged woman as well, who was said to have been behind the more frightening attacks. You, our awesome readers, had a few stories to share regarding your experiences with the Sally house, including: I have seen the episode on the TV show A Haunting about the Sally house, and very scary. The storyline is that the owner was a doctor who had an affair with the African American housemaid, resulting in the birth of a child, a girl named Sally. When she was around 6 or 7, she became ill, and it was determined that she needed to have her appendix taken out. But the doctor didn't want anyone to know about Sally, so he refused to take her to the hospital when she died. Her mother was very angry and attacked the doctor, resulting in her death. The doctor moved away. Sally and her mother remained as spirits in the house. The mother is still grieving her child and is the one who attacks the visitors. But Sally is a happy ghost and tries to play with the children that move in. No families stay long due to the vicious attacks, usually to the adult males. I suspect the doctor buried the bodies of Sally and her mother somewhere on the premise or in the basement. I have been to Sally's house when a friend lived there. The curtains caught on fire in his bedroom. I've been scratched at Sally's house. I've been to Sally's house. Never had anything bad happen to us physically, but have gotten some very interesting photos, even on one of who we believe is Sally. So yeah, that's from, I guess, Kansas's local little blog. This is a true story, so it is creepy. Beware. Temple looking fresh, yo! I think it's looking nice. It's nice and cute. Just kind of like what it, for some reason, reminds me of mini golf. Most of the scary stories are real. Not all stories. Japan has the most terrifying true horror stories. USA has the most terrifying scary stories. Can we just agree that all scary stories can be terrifying in their each own independent way? Like, for reals. I don't need to know which one's scarier. Daddy Longlegs. Ooh, aha. Hee hee hee. They do have the suicide forest, that's true. Which I think I do kind of want to visit there, but maybe not actually go into the forest. I don't know. What do we have? I don't think America has a suicide forest. We have people missing in caves. So this is from the SCP Wiki, Daddy Longlegs, provided to us by Phoenix. He's writing a story. Check it out. Does this give us an author? The works of Doc Burns. Doesn't give us anything else. Like, not all horror games are scary. I mean, that can be debated. I'm kind of easily scared. I'm a little scared to play Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, I'm sure eventually you kind of get used to it. But, I mean, I'm still going to be flipping out each and every time, you know. It ain't going to go well. I do want to play The Last of Us, though. I think that's what it's called. I played a little bit of that game. Is that the one with the crown that you can have a camera and you're being chased by a weird butcher man? I'll agree with you on that, Reese. No, all games are scary. All games are scary. Kingdom Hearts is scary. Pokemon is scary. Digimon is scared. I don't know what I'm doing. This is my baby voice. I'm baby. I'm doing the finger thing too. Tap, 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 tap. FNAF is fantastic. And I get it's gonna be terrible. I heard The Last of Us. Yes. Is it The Last? I could have sworn that's what it's called. I literally looked it up earlier. Because I remember the box art is like the guy screaming and he has like the barbed wire on his face. Or no, The Evil Within. The Evil Within. I want to see if I can't do something with that. Maybe I can Twitch live stream it. I don't know. But it seemed like an interesting game for the little bit I played. Because what I remember is that there's this weird butcher guy, and we had on like our one thingy. Is not what? Becca thinks the game isn't scary. I don't know. I just remember there being like. I don't think it wasn't really scary, but it was definitely like getting that heart pumping. It's called Outlast. Is that? Yeah, Outlast. Yeah. This is another one I think we own. Because this one I also remember playing a little bit of. This might be the one I'm thinking of, though. I've played The Last of Us, a little bit of that one, and a little bit of Outlast. Because I remember there's this one scene where you're like in the sewers or you're in the basement, and you're walking around, and so you have your little splashy footsteps. And there's one part where you have to hide behind something, and the guy comes in, and he looks to the left, he looks to the right, and then he walks out. There's like I hate being scared, but I think that feeling of like that rush is what gets me. Outlast whistleblowers, Outlast Granny, I never played that one. My brother I think played that one. Screw you, Granny. You can go die in a hole. Dead by Daylight. I think I have a friend who streams Dead by Daylight. And like I wanted to get it so bad. Cause like I had a few friends play it. And like I played a little bit and that one's fun. Cause it's like, I don't know, being the survivor and killing people and all that, it's like, yeah, let's go. And like I think Ash is in there. Ash, I think they have Ash Williams in this game as a DLC. And it's just whew. Yeah. Anything with Ash, man, like I want to buy. Okay. Haven't finished Outlast. I need to play him. I want to play him, but I've been cooped up in my room doing homework and everything else in between. Okay. Let me get more water and then we'll read the SCP thing. Doki doki. Bum, bum, bum. Brum, brum. Boom, 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 boom. In my hand is a cut, or was it? What's the song? Every day I imagine a world where I get to be with you. In my hand is a pen that'll write a poem for me and you. In this world of infinite choices, what would it take just to find that special place? Soma is quite Soma. Why does that sound familiar? Soma is a sci-fi horror game. Info. I feel like I heard of this game, but I never got to play it. Until Dawn. Is that one zombie one? Or no, that's Dead by... No, that's That's that 7 days one that. Okay, I remember hearing about Until Dawn. I'm listing all the games I have. Ah, so you are indeed a true horror fan. Look, there's evil within again. What is Visage? So if Doki Doki ever gets that second kind of chapter that's rumored for it to be having since it's been out, then I would definitely play Doki Doki. But I already know the story, I know the twist and all that. Man of Medan and Visage, I don't know. Me neither. The game is a spiritual successor to the PT game. Okay, I think I've heard of PT. Silent Hill. Silent Hill's a scary one. I think I have that one. Medan. Game. Or Man of Medan, what the hell am I doing? Dark Pictures and Thought, Man of Medan is an interactive drama survival horror game. Oh, is that the one where it's like one of the stories that you're on the boat and like you're a crew of divers? Yeah, okay, I've heard of that one. I've seen Mark and Jack play that. I don't think I found it too interesting though. Yeah, like eventually I just kind of got bored of it. So, shall we get to the Daddy Longlegs story now? No clue on some games, but TLOU. The Last of Us. Zombies. Brains. Yo, Plants vs. Zombies is like the scariest game there is, yo. Like, that game is so scary. Like, every time that zombie comes across my lawn and like my pea shooter isn't even shooting at it yet, like I just get a heart attack, yo. Like, Plants vs. Zombies is the scariest game ever. Not gonna lie. It terrifies. No, I'm kidding. The works of Doc Burns. Single white male, 2025, wanted for questioning in conjunction with multiple homicides. Oh. Madam Madada is not that scary. I think it's because it's the drama. It's a dramatization type deal. That I don't think I ever really considered it scary either. I think it was a bit more creepy. The game is so scary. Plants vs. Zombies is the scariest. It is, and it's so underrated as a horror game. Like, you can just be there listening to music, and then all of a sudden, right in your ear, you just hear brains. Okay, but seriously though, like the ending song to Plants vs. Zombies is an absolute bop, and you cannot tell me otherwise. Like, that sunflower can sing, and I just threw my comb at my computer, and now I dropped it. It's fine. There's a zombie. I'm not gonna start singing that because then I'm gonna be obsessed with that song again. It's totally scary, guys. What are you talking about? It's so scary. Like, when they took Dave, like, I shit bricks. Like, literal bricks fell out. I was so scared for, like, Dave's life, and I was so concerned for his well-being that I shat bricks. You cannot tell me that game is not scary, because it is horrifying. Don't know why I started talking like that. So before we get any more wrapped up in any sort of memes, this is the SCP file on Daddy Longlegs. It is upon reflection that the legs that were the problem. Certainly my eyesight hasn't been strong enough for a long time to distinguish those loathsome features. That disturbing thorax joined into those long legs, casting a greater shadow than they have any right to. Yes, it must be the legs. I'm almost certain. It's in the name after all. Daddy Longlegs. Such a peculiarly affectionate title for such a twisted creature. As a boy, when my eyes were stronger and my knowledge of the world less, I thought them demons. Nightmares came to drag me to some terrible shadowland. Nightmares come up, I would run, howling and shaking with fright, to beg my mother to take away. It had rather disgusted my father, a big bully of a man, whose definition of manliness and fortitude were hard to reach for a grown man such as myself, let alone a young boy. He would sneak into my room at night and release them, leaving me to wake up surrounded. I'm sorry, but I need you to keep still. Here, let's try this. Let me know if you feel any tingling. In a sense, I suppose this shock treatment did help have a positive effect. I first struck back at them on one of those hateful mornings, driving my hand in a sock to crush the life out of one crawling on my arm. Terrified of letting it touch my bare skin, I held it at a distance, watching those legs thrash in their death throes. I had fantasized about killing them before, but their unsettling speed always made such action seem foolish and unlikely to succeed. And up close and personal, action was unprecedented and empowering. After that, it wasn't long before I began hunting them, extinguishing those vile souls one by one. A program starting in my backyard and walking out into the forest. The sock was exchanged for a pair of gloves, which worked well enough for a time. It was one of those excursions that I noticed at first. One of the freshly slain was moving its legs, twitchingly erratically. With a growing horror, I wondered if it would come back to life. I panicked. The image of my former victims pursuing me like some fearsome legion flooded my mind. I fled the woods, hiding in my room. It was then that I determined that the gloves were not enough. My brain rationalizing the fact that a stronger impact must be needed. My father's heavy yellow-handled claw hammer served this purpose well. I'm afraid I'll need you to pray quietly in your head. You're rather distracting me. Quite rude. Soon my excursions began anew, and at this point, now a young man of 18, I began to see them working on people. Nausea struck me as I saw them crawling around the arm of a bus driver in the street, as he went about his preset path, unperturbed by the small forms scaling him with those long legs. My vision went gray as I realized one day that the passenger in front of me had a pair of tiny legs edging over his silica collar. My mind boggled until it occurred to me that they must have realized I've been hunting them, and began to take precautionary measures. I had some specters watching and muttering to themselves as I smashed capri after caprice. At the time, I thought them simply enjoying my good works, but in the light of this new realization, I realized that they were centaurs, an attempt to follow my patterns, learn my strategies. Horrified, I fled home. It was late that night when a solution occurred, slowly crawling forward in my mind, ponderous and inevitable. If they were truly being used by these arachnids, then they were worse than dead. I had already learned well, dealt with their masters. I had to handle their servants. It would be mercy, freeing them, letting them onward to whatever reward awaited them. Burdened with new purpose, I went out that very night. You may be wondering why I'm telling you all of this. You've seen me on the street, giving you a startled look. You see, though, you may not know it, they have you too. Shh, don't cry. It's not your fault. It's simply the facts. But you have no need to worry about my qualifications for the task of freeing you. It's been a long time since that bus driver, and I have since learned that a hammer will work just as well on a man as it does on monsters. Oh, I have to create a Wikidoc account. Boo. I'm not scared either. Oh, No, that one was just interesting. That one was a little creepy. I like though how it is the perspective of Doc Burns. Loving this music though. Boop, 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 be-doop. Got anything else for us, Phoenix? I would like to read more. Dogman, anyone? You can come out now. Hey, she's been listening. Dogman, though. Who is he? Okay, let me do this. I want 1, 2. Not a spear. 3. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right there. Maybe. Yeah. Shrink. Give it a face. Extrude. Boop. Perfect. Yamashiba. Okay. Let me look into this. Ah! No, I'm kidding. I posted a link on Discord server, but if you can't find a shorter version, I'm fine with that. I mean, hell, it's okay if it's a bit long. I do not mind at all. Oh yeah, no, that should be fine. It shouldn't take too long. I just wanna quickly put in these little window thingy-majiggies, and then we will certainly read the SCP file on the Dogman. Boop, boop. I'm happy how that one turned out, or how this little thingy turned out, and then the Day Longleg story. That one. So since it's Doc Burns or whatever his name is, are all of his stories like that, or just kind of those? Must determine what layer. Okay, let's put them on the in-between layers. Agent P. Extend. Size on the Y. Wrong way. This way. Good. And then Shift-D. Rotate on the Z. Yeah. Can I give you a name? Probably up there. Chibi, behind you. Behind me is a wall. You never know what will be lurking behind the walls. All of a sudden, a hand can reach out and pull you in. There's never such a thing as too careful, as they say. Difference between this and this guy. Apply. Oh no. Why didn't that work? Intersect. This guy. Okay. What am I holding on to? Careful, because beside you there's a little girl named Sally that will whisper, come with me. No, don't do that. It's okay. It's okay. Nothing behind you. Everything is gonna be okay. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Control Z, Control Z. Okay. To be honest, that Toy Story wasn't that scary. Maybe not, but it was creepy, I guess. Control Z, come on. Okay. So yeah, it's a cross. I don't know why it doesn't work though. Intersect. Okay, no. Difference. So weird. No, it's not gonna be union. Okay, let me do this one then. Add modifier. Bowling. Intersect with this guy. Or union? No. Difference? No. Apply? Nope, that didn't work either. I'll figure that out in a second. You can run, but you can't hide, Chibi. Your house is haunted with Sally. Don't say that. It's Scary Phoenix. I want to go there. Not for me. Raise me. Boop, boop. I want to know why this isn't working. Size it up, maybe? Okay, one more try. Good old college try. Is it bevel? Nope, not bevel. Pretty sure it's bowling. And boop. I don't know what that is. That's fine. Nope, didn't work either. Okay, we'll figure this out later. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of your entire nightmares. He would join me for the haunted house tour. I mean, I don't know if I'll go. I can drive. I can meet y'all there. I don't know if I'll go window is the only thing. I'll just watch Richard. Yes. Watch me. Okay. So this will be the story of Dogman. Or is it Dogman? I mean, I'm sure if he had his whole name as Dogman, it'd be fine. Whew. Water. Water first. Water break. This video, live stream, sponsored by water. I am a coward, and all I can really do is apologize for it. For what it's worth, I do feel bad, and I know I should have handled it differently, but I was scared. Some short background. I'm a middle-aged, married, and having an ash rape of commute to work. I'm in security for a very, very large multinational corporation that you know the name of. Check doors, put out fires, sometimes literally. No, what? Okay. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, shoot. Thanks for ruining the mood.
Why?
Sorry about that, folks. Let's start over. I'm a coward, and all I can really do is apologize for it. For what it's worth, I do feel bad, and I know I should have handled it differently, but I was scared. Short background. I'm a middle-aged, married, and have an ass of commute to work. I'm in security for a very large multinational corporation that you'd know the name of. Check doors, put out fires, sometimes literally, and generally keep the place working. The pay is nice, people generally don't suck, and I like the stumble. The stumbling block of this is my commute. Nearly 2 hours of driving one way through the worst kind of bimblefuck nowhere for most of it. The place I work is a massive facility, and most of the surrounding area is purposely undeveloped, aside from a tiny town about half an hour away. What's worse, this is in northern Michigan. If you've never been in the woods of northern Michigan, they are the Forest Primvale, to say nothing about the Dreamtime that is the Upper Peninsula. It is not at all strange to see massive bears, herds of deer, some truckload of drunk lunatics, or some heavily armed folks working their way quietly to a still. The roads are dark, narrow, and poorly traveled, and with me working second shift, it's not uncommon for me to go the entire drive home, starting out about 11:30 at night, and not seeing one single car. It's lonely, sometimes spooky, and when the weather gets bad, it's almost impassable. The trees are so thick they screen off curves like a brick wall, and you can barely see 20 feet into the woods on either side. What I'm saying is it's not strange to see weird shit. You mark it and just drive on. It's probably not what you thought it was anyway. So I was driving home sometime in the middle of summer, just warm enough to be uncomfortable, which the tree trap and turn into greenhouse. I typically keep the windows up and just run the AC, but I wanted some fresh air after fielding several meetings about various policy crap. It wasn't so bad if you kept the speed up. I had some old rock song on the radio I was half listening to and mumbling along with. Brain already halfway home, just a normal night. There's a couple of long straight sections that end in these tight little wide snaps, curves, and you need to be careful because they're about 8-ish foot deep. A ditch on the inside and a wall of old pines on the outside. Seen a few cars got stuck or smashed up there. It's not a death trap, but you need to be aware. I typically don't have an issue with it. Microphone getaway. Hello? I guess we'll take this small intermission. Ian, what is up, my guy? We are reading some spooky stories. We are currently reading Dogman. Reese is saying that my volume's gone. Is it still there? Yeah, no, it's still there. I wish I had a pair of headphones so I can actually read stuff. But c'est la vie. But yeah, Ian, what's going on, my guy? Welcome into Spooky Sunday. This is basically, I think you've been in here a few times before, but we are currently reading the Dogman SCP wiki page kind of story, which I did post up above. It went grrr there for a second. Grrr. Row. Yes! I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. I am very much drained, but doing good. How are we all doing today? I'm doing good as well. I barely started my coding homework, so I'll be doing that as soon as the stream's over with. But overall, it's been pretty good. I had lots of sugar. We'll have to be finding someone to raid here in a little bit. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Yamashiba next. Okay, we'll do Yamashiba next. I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm glad everyone's doing well. So you only kind of missed his background. He's a middle-aged man. He's married. He has a long commute to work. He he talked about how it's hard to see at night sometimes, and how you'll run into someone now and again, usually drunk, maybe an animal, or just on their way to steal or something. And so, after I get another swig of water, we will continue on with the Dogman story. Anyway, so I was driving home sometime in the middle of summer, just warm enough to be uncomfortable, which with the trees trap and turn into a greenhouse. I typically keep the windows up and just run the AC, but I wanted some air after fielding several meetings about various policy crap. It wasn't so bad if you kept the speed up. I had some old rock song on the radio. I was half asleep listening to and mumbling along with brain already halfway home. Just a normal night. There's a couple of long, straight sections that end in these tight little whip-snap curves. And you need to be careful because there's about an 8-ish foot deep ditch on the inside and a wall of old pines on the outside. Seen a few cars get stuck or smashed up there. It's not a death trap, but you need to be aware. I typically don't have an issue with it. I just breezed through it, rolling a little left of center. I mean, there's never anyone out here. It wasn't a big deal. It was when I got around the curve that I saw it. I honestly didn't know what I was looking at. At first. I thought for a second either a deer had been hit and was just crippled right on the edge of the road, or for some insane reason somebody decided to just sit and watch the trees. On the edge of the road, in the middle of the night, I thought it'd been hit because of the skin or lack of it. Honestly, I still don't know. It was hunched up, like someone squatting down to look at something, like a person, but it wasn't. It was either caked in blood or it didn't have any skin, and he was naked, or at least I didn't see any clothing. Its back was covered with spines like a porcupine. It might have been matted hair, or both, but they looked like 2 or 3 foot quills. I didn't see the face right then. Its arms and legs were wrong, just like jointed funny, like how dogs are. It smelled like rusting coins and rotten skunk. I stared at it for a heartbeat, then realized I'd been drifting nearly to the other side of the left lane and had to yank the wheel back. I must have made a noise, or maybe it was just a car whipping back around, but that thing... It suddenly looked up and I saw that face in the rearview mirror. It wasn't even really a face except for the eyes. Just teeth. Masses of teeth, like someone took a dog's face, skinned it, and just shoved teeth in it to every which way until you couldn't see much muscle anymore. There was a mouth there. At least it split open like one. It gave off this god-awful hissing squeal. It sounded like a rabbit or a fox dying instead of something as big as a person. The eyes, though, God, more than the teeth or that scream or what was hanging off its hand hooks, those eyes looked like a person. I swear on anything you want to put in front of me, that thing had a pair of bright blue eyes in the middle of that mashed up toothed face. Hands were long and hooked, holding something torn to bits. It rattled too, I think, like a snake. Maybe it was the quills. Ribs folding and unfolding like one of those Chinese fans. Those fucking eyes, though. I looked right into them, through the mirror, and I knew whatever the fuck else that thing was, it was angry, and angry at me. I could tell, because the eyes, and it pointed with that finger hook at me when it screamed. I screamed, it screamed, we all screamed for ice cream. Haha, name of the stream. I hit the gas and blew out of the woods doing 88 in a 45. It's a miracle I didn't get stopped. I almost wanted to. Honestly though, I didn't know what I would have said, but it would have been nice to have someone else around, especially one with a gun. I couldn't process everything, and by the time I got home I convinced myself it was all a dream, road hypnosis and all that stuff. I've nodded once or twice at the wheel before. Exhaustion does weird things to people. I was pretty shook up either way and took a couple days off. I had been meaning to anyway, so it was fine. I just stayed home. That's why I didn't see the crack until Monday. Just a little thing, like what you get when a good-sized stone comes off a gravel truck in front of you. A little bigger than a silver dollar, it was smashed into the rear window, though not the front. It was cracked so deep it nearly made a hole in that thick safety glass. I was trying to figure out how and when and how it happened, and try not to remember when I looked at the little ridge at the base of the window and it all came slamming back. Like remembering a missed school assignment, there was some kind of 10-inch quill just laying in the gap at the base of the wood window frame. The tip looked like it had been broken off. I told you I'm a coward and I meant it. I got a stick and brushed that quill off. Kicked it off through the brush beside my driveway and worked on convincing myself it'd been a stick or something I saw. I saw an injured animal at best, or just some slithered bit of tree, and my half-asleep mind made up the rest. No monster with a face made of tooth cancer threw a quill dead center at the back of my head. Just a stupid dream and nothing else. And for the last 6 or so months, that's what I believe. I buckled once and looked at Michigan monsters. Some stuff about mutants and dog people, but nothing like this. So I decided to forget about it, and forget it happened now it was over. Then a couple days ago, Lee went missing. Lee's a working stuff like me, but lives in town and has a much shorter drive. Apparently he was on his way home, taking the same road I do, and something happened. At first they thought he just lost control, turned over the car and gotten thrown out, or wandered off in a daze. Now they're more worried. They found fabric that matches his clothes all shredded high up in the trees. Blood too. Lots of it. But no Lee. They don't think it was an accident either. The side of the truck was prepped with holes like someone had opened up on it with a machine gun. But the holes are a little too big to be bullets. More the size of a silver dollar. I'm a coward, and the defining trait of that is being scared, and I am. I don't know what to do. I'm scared to think about what might have happened to Lee. About what a whole salvo of quills like the one I found could do to a car or a person. I'm scared to think about the noises I've been hearing around my trash cans the last few days. I'm scared to let myself remember where I've heard that rattling before. I'm just scared and a coward. Because I'm a coward, I'm calling off work tomorrow. Because I'm a coward, I'm not going to try and find out what's been making that scratching noises near my shed lately. Because I'm a coward, I might try and find a work from home job.
Oh, me like it.
Now that one was interesting. I definitely like the whole little dogman thing. I guess it's not really a dogman, it was more like Sonic. What is this story? It's the story of Dogman. I think I posted the link not too long ago. Yeah, you scroll up a little bit, it's there. I don't know, I enjoyed it. That was a ride and a half, I must say. Boop. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. And then another circle. What is the story? Surprise! Yes, surprise. I don't know where to quite line this up at. That's too much. There we go. And last little guy. Okay. So now, select all these little guys. I should theoretically be able to make a whole darn thing. I kind of want to read some Greek mythos stuff. I've been listening to a podcast called "Let's Talk About Miss Baby." Like that's how she sings as well. And like, I love that little show. Okay, I guess I deleted too much. Face. No, that works. I'm still here, I'm listening, I'm not scared. Lies. Surprise on the 15th. Ooh, don't remind me. Do not remind me. That is a day. I am actually looking forward to that day. It's just gonna be scary. I don't know what that surprise is gonna be. I hope it's not a scary surprise. Ah, damn it. Okay. Ah. I'm scared, so I was half listening. I mean, that's the best kind of listening, isn't it? Isn't it? Okay, it's a full tower again. I'm gonna delete that. What was the one Resun wanted me to do? Not me. Yeah, family ruined the mood. I'm scared. I will remind you. Okie dokie. Yamashiba. Jeez Louise, they're being loud out there. I don't know if you guys can hear them. Yeah, I saw that Phoenix. Reese wanted me to read anything about the Yamashaba or Yamashiba. You should listen to my voice. My sweet, soothing voice. What is Yamashaba? Strange and scary supposed to be some myth and urban legends. Oh, okay, so it's just a collection. Phoenix Chief, you get ready on the 15th. Ooh, we're ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Stories. Yamashish. I did. No. Yeah. I want a full thing. Let's see. So is Zombie, or not Zombie, is this just a collection of short stories? I wanna find a good one. How can I see? Are you ready? Okay, we'll read these two since they're apparently short. Okay. So this is on. I guess we're back to Wattpad. This is the story of the zombie. Okay, we're doing zombie. Because this is the only one I could really find. This is a story about a man who went to a particular village in the country on a business trip. A man wakes up in a hospital with no memory of how he got there and tries to question three men dressed as patients who whisper amongst themselves in a corner, but they ignore him. The doctor explains what had happened to the man. He was found unconscious at the bottom of the cliff and that he would be able to leave the next day. Then, the three men standing there were looking at him, and he was frightened. The doctor tells him to rest well tonight while he can. He then thanked the doctor and looked back at the 3 patients again. He wondered what's up with them. That night, unable to sleep because his legs hurt too much, he gets up thinking of what the 3 men are talking, but they seem to stand outside the curtains of the man's hospital bed, frightening him by repeatedly whispering, "He cannot leave, he cannot leave, he cannot leave." He was so afraid he went back lying on his bed. The next day, as the man is released, he notices the 3 men on the hospital roof seems to be performing the bonsai cheer for him, which he relates to this cab driver. The driver notices the man in the rear view mirror and horrifically realizes that they are doing a ritual called zombie, to which he suddenly urges the man to get out of the car since he would not be able to leave the village alive, at which point the cab is struck by an oncoming truck. Zombie is an anagram of bonsai. Bonsai is usually meant to cheer, since the gesture is done reverse, downward instead of upward. They're calling it zombie, and it became a curse instead. I guess the meaning of the story is something done reversed also going to have reverse effect instead. That's the one I found. Well, I have to look for like a book. I don't know. Can I read books? Cause like I wouldn't mind going to like half price books or anything, and then like getting stuff from there, you know. Cause like they do have a horror story section, but I don't know if they have like an urban legends section. Hey, hell, maybe I should look that up. Half priced books. Urban Legends section. Zombie, 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 eh, eh. Oh, zombie, 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 eh, eh. Okay. Chinese folklore studies today, classical mythology, the ghost, a cultural history, the mysterious world of cats, tribute shown in you, New York myths and legends, see, something like that. Slavic witchcraft. Not even gonna pronounce that one. Zertan? The end of the world and other myths, songs, charms, and missing chants. Jesus, $76.95. Dragonomicon, the book of ancient dragon magic. The Lost Book of the Grail. Some of these are pretty cool. Let's see. Can I go search? No, I want to go to categories. Books. I guess I'm already there. I want to go by genre. I don't want to just search. We should totally do that. That one, Hugh O'Brien. How about the Winchester House? Well, it is midnight, and we have been streaming for almost 2 hours. So I think what we'll do, we'll save Phoenix, the one Phoenix has sent, monsters, and we'll save the Winchester House. So I'll also put that here in the spooky suggestions, and we'll do that next time. Winchester House. We'll do that next week. And so now those two are saved. And we did. Let's do a haunted house expedition sometime at midnight. No, thank you. I'm good in my house that isn't haunted. Thank you very much. So who should we raid tonight, everyone? Phoenix, do you got anybody? Got anybody in mind? I'm fine with that. Okie dokie, Hadashoki. No thanks. Count me out. Yeah, no, I count me out, dude. I'm gonna stay inside and eat popcorn. uh, the only person I'm seeing, I don't think Peekaboo's live right now. And if he was, you know, I would have popped up for me. King Copa is though. So I guess we can go ahead and raid him. Yeah. You're coming with a sheepy no matter what. You'd have to drag his both though. Okay. So I guess in the absence of everyone tonight, sad no peekaboo. Yeah, he's been uploading stuff with Canto Critic. He's been doing stuff with Canto Critic. They've been doing the Soul Link, I do believe, or Versus. Cage Lock. They're doing a Cage Lock, I'm pretty sure. But like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's been live a little bit. But since King Copa is in fact live, and I think it has been a little while since we've raided him, we will go ahead and raid him. But if you are new around here, I'm Icy Richard. This has been our Spooky Sundays with Blender. Basically, if you couldn't tell, if you weren't here the whole time, I just go about my making progress and say scary ghost stories. If you have been here before, thank you so much for your epic return. And Reese, thank you again, or thanks for coming out tonight. I know you've been busy, so it means a lot to see you again. We have been missing you, Becca and Phoenix and I. So, yes, Reese. Thanks for your awesome stream. I hope you have a great night. Yes, Reese. Yes. Yes. I'm about to plug. We're about to go. What is it you would like to let me know? Yes, come on. Type it up. Thanks for your awesome stream, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. I feel like I read that, but you know, you guys are the ones who make an awesome stream. I wouldn't be able to read anything if it wasn't for y'all. I do need to do a better job at like doing stuff beforehand, but since I've been so busy, you know, I kind of can't. But as always, thank y'all so much for watching. Stay kind, be awesome. Tip wishes is a heck of a whole lot.